Yeah, I will begin by giving my opinion. Yes, I agree that it is vital to have one global language because with the trend of the international integration, it's important that we have a common language so that everyone can communicate with each other easily, regardless of where they are living or working. And as you may know, now we have more and more new trade agreement that has been signed between many countries. And if we have common language, it will enable the cooperation between countries for the mutual development. Now I'm working for the Vietnam Women's Union, and we also have many cooperation with other organization or institution abroad, and we use English as a common language to communicate with them, to share experiences, and to cooperate for the development of women.
I think that nowadays the need of communication between people from around the world will continue to increase. For example, I can take many words down that need easy to learn and a simple language to be shared between everybody, like study, business, or negotiation between people from around the world, from different countries together.
Ơi, không mở tiếng Việt thêm đi.
Dạ,
không mở tiếng Việt thêm nhé.
Okay, can you speak? Can you hear me? It's clearer? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, I can answer.
Sorry, but there was some problem with the sound.
It's fine. I think it's fine. If so, please check if the sound is okay. We can go ahead. If not, we have to repeat everything. Okay, sorry, because my daughter, she's so naughty and she turned on everything. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, we will start again. Yeah, so you think that the advantage of a country when choosing a language to be global language? I think it should be a careful decision regarding which language to choose as a global language. So they cannot say that the language of my country is better. So there should be like a United Nations or a board, to decide. So that country cannot decide whether their language can be chosen or not. It must be based on the favorite of the people, or with some, for example, we have to vote. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and as I have said, that it is important to have a global language that everyone can communicate, and it should be a language that is easy to study, and everyone can access to that language from the internet. So maybe from until now, maybe English is still the most spoken language, and according to my opinion, I think it is more likely to become the global language.
I think that maybe some countries quite powerful and they dominate the other country and want to do something just only in their favor. Like something like they choose that one of the language and force another country who want to cooperate with them to use it. But I think that in generally the United Nations will have the carefully and make the right decision about which language may be best suited for becoming a global language. I think it must be depend on how easy it is to access to everybody.
Yes. So we will move to the second question.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we may not understand every small aspect of culture that has already been so diverse to have an appropriate understanding among the cultures of other people who speak the language. And I think that when learning a language, the deep knowledge about culture is still very important.
I also agree with Thang that there is a linkage between culture and language when we study that language. To me, I think that it is advisory that language learner get to know and understand the culture of the nation, of the people, as it will have the learner to master the language quicker. And as you know, that the language is a part and play an important role in forming one country's culture, and that is a reason why we should understand its culture. And for example, each country has its own history and belief, and the history is different from country to country, and when we study the language of that country, we have to study the language to show or to tell about the story of that country. Like in Vietnam, maybe its history is different from other country, and we have new word, new vocabulary to tell about our history that does not exist in other country. Yeah.
Uh,
I want. Okay, Thang. Your
uh,
turn.
I uh, I also may add that only by understanding the other people culture could us avoid some rude behavior and maybe some disrespect to other people that we are speak to. Like for example, we come to Africa and we want to make someone stop to ask the way or something else. But when you put your hand straight forward and call people stop, they may think that is quite rude and maybe that you are swearing or maybe you show some bad behavior with the local people.
Mm, yes, like in Vietnam, when foreigner come to Vietnam, and the most besides studying the language, the Vietnamese also have to get to know our tradition or habits. For example, on New Year, on the Tết holiday, on the New Year, how we often give like small money for a small child or for the older person, yeah, to wish them it's like a lucky money, yeah. And many foreigners ask me about that tradition. Okay. Yeah. According to me, that's as we have presented today about how a language can become the global language, that one of the factors that have a language to become the global language is a power and or maybe a culture. So in this question, I also think that uh, the global influence of a language increase when it has when that country has power and its culture is communicated uh, throughout the world. Like Korea, you see, is a culture that everyone now, every younger in the world now, imitate the way to dress or to make up in Korean's way. I think one of the factors that is culture and others is power, yeah. Power politics and power military.
I want to continue with non this is non discussion about the country power. I think that the main reason for the global influence of a language come from the rise in the countries that it is and the rise is about the raising of the power. I can take example of the political and military power that bring a greater influence to we can see that from the past to nowadays, the UK and US on their way to become an empire and raise the laws, and they bring English to everybody as nearly a perfect global language. But nowadays, the Chinese with a strong economic power, they are coming to be a global mighty new empire, and they bring Chinese to influence to many body, mostly from the Asia.
No, I think it's good in general because it's our first time.
Uh,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sean Ngan Thang. Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Mr. and Mr. Chung.
Yeah. Thank you and good night. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.